Hallelujah, my gorgeous Cancerini. Hallelujah. Do you know why? Because you are finally, hallelujah, baby, are going to get this clarity. You're going to find out something so important at the beginning of this week, completely out of blue. So you are going to be like kind of like doing something XYZ at the beginning of this week. You're going to be like kind of doing something, and then suddenly just out of the blue you're gonna find out this specific information. And this specific information that you're going to find out, it's important to mention that this is not something that you're going to be looking for, or this is not something that you're going to be thinking about at the beginning of this week. This in itself, it's really going to surprise you, and it's going to come out of blue. And it's the best when it happens like that, because we feel differently, we think in a different way, and on that end, we reflect in like the best possible way when it comes to our subconscious mind, without thinking, without being prepared. So it's like we're kind of facing a really raw and genuine moment, which brings the best out in us, the most genuine out in us indeed. So at the beginning of this week, completely unplanned, my gorgeous Cancerini, you're going to get this clarity, which is going to like really pretty much going to like really be connected to something that you were so sad about, something that you were so negative about, something that you were so down about, almost as if it made you feel so negative and sad, because this is something that slowed you down. It changed your way of thinking, and it has been so negative and heavy that almost as if I can compare this energy to the actual grieving, like a grieving. Maybe it was even grieving, do you know what I mean, that caused this. Maybe somebody died in your life like before, like a while back, and this just affected you in such a way, or there was like a really big problem that you had that caused so much negativity. However, this in itself is going to become obvious right at the beginning of this week, as soon as you become aware of this very important and rather interesting information. This is going to bring a clarity into your life when it comes to something really bad, something really sad, something really negative, and something that really caused a terrible blockage that slowed you down with so many things that you wanted to do. Okay, so things were happening, but not as quick and not as soon as you wanted them. So this clarity that you're going to get, it's really pretty much so going to, this is brilliant, because it's going to, open your eyes. It's going to give you a completely different perspective on things that you did not absolutely know what to do about for so long. But I think especially over the last 8 or 9 months, this has been affecting you so much, almost as if you were like backed in the corner with things that you should have been kind of dealing freely. This affected you, and it affected what you wanted to do, and it even affected your freedom of movement. I mean, in spiritual terms, and in a spiritual way, I mean, because this just made you to kind of like really go in this mode where you are doing things and you are getting on with things, and you are getting along with things just for the sake of it, because you know that you have to get on with life. Of course, you need to keep going, but now this is just really going to help you to break through this kind of energy that really also puts you in a mode where you are not kind of coming out of your comfort zone without even realizing. And it's important for us to keep on coming out of our comfort zone, because every single moment, every single time, every single day, every single month, every single year, we are always learning something new about ourselves. And this is exactly how it's meant to be while we are on this earth. We are on this earth for a very short period of time, and the more we evolve and change, the more we learn about life, the more we are actually going to get out of it. So the reason why I'm saying this, because it's pretty much so, after this week, you're going to find yourself being so much more wise, so much more open-minded, so much more like kind of intuitive, so many more ideas you're going to have about, not only about what you want to do, but when it comes to your spirituality. But going back to the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Cancerini, it's about the clarity that you're going to have and something that you were so sad about. This is going to open your eyes. It's going to make you see this problem from a completely different angle, from a completely different perspective, and you did not know what to do about this for so long. Maybe you didn't even realize how much this affected you. It's going to be very interesting if you don't even realize, or if you didn't even realize how much this affected you. But once you become aware of this information at the beginning of this week, everything is going to become crystal clear, because now suddenly you will understand that you should have moved on with something ages ago, and this is going to be your sign here indeed. And even more so, it's not only about different perspective, it's not only about you kind of moving on with life, but it's more about the idea that you are going to have. This is going to lead towards you having an absolutely amazing idea. But you need to understand, please, you need to be strong, you need to be very smart, you need to be very clever, as you are. When you have this idea, almost instantly, and you must not let this to take the better of you. Almost instantly you're gonna think, oh, it's not the right time, oh, I can't do that, oh, I'm gonna have a difficulty. No, baby, no. You have to be in the right frame of mind here. You need to think positive, you need to be optimistic, and you need to think big. Okay, so as soon as you have this idea, I'm not gonna lie to you, almost immediately you're gonna be like, oh, I can't do this. No, baby, no. You need to be sharp, you need to be quick, you need to be clever, and you need to make an important decision. The part of this decision, it's also going to be you clearly understanding that now it's also time to set the clear boundaries when it comes to certain people in your life, but also when it comes to you kind of feeling, oh my God, I'm not gonna do this. No, baby, no. And almost like as if something like this is going to be putting you off. So you just need to understand that you have to be open-minded, you have to be optimistic, because this is the powerful time when it comes to manifestation. So if you're thinking like you can't do this, then you're not ready, you're not going to do it. So it's all about your mind, and it all starts in your mind, this energy, and just spreads everywhere else. Literally, that's what we are, that's who we are. We are an energy. Okay, so you just need to be optimistic here, and you need to understand that when that comes, this is going to lead towards a massive victory, towards the huge recognition, towards the really big moment. Okay, you're going to find out so much about yourself. You're going to be so pleased with yourself. You're going to be so happy with yourself. This is going to lead towards the greatest accomplishment ever, towards the massive victory, towards the massive recognition. You're going to feel really proud of yourself here. But the people who knows you are going to be like, oh my God, I know her, I know him. Do you know what I mean? People are going to be like, ooh la la. Do you know, people who knows you are gonna kind of feel, oh my God, like very happy to know you because of this, how proud people are actually going to be. So this is what you need to remind yourself at, that before everything big or everything major, of course, that we have to always face some kind of a challenge. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, do not ignore your psychic abilities, because they are going to be absolutely a big mama here. Your psychic abilities are going to be out of this world. Okay, you're going to have a few instances where you're going to be thinking about something and then something appears right around you, and somehow you are going to be reminded of the fact that your psychic abilities are rather sharpened up at this moment in time, and your psychic abilities are also going to be guiding you towards you understanding that somebody in your life needs some help. And I've seen this before. Somebody is going to need some help, somebody who is in your life, and your psychic abilities are going to be guiding you towards that particular person. And as soon as you realize who this is, as soon as you as soon as you contact that person, because you are going to connect to that person after that moment in time, as soon as you contact that person is going to tell you something really interesting that is going to answer your question without you even asking it. And it's going to happen in such a weird way, but it's going to be absolutely obvious to you, the power of synchronicity. And yet again, the fact that how much you actually must not ignore this whatsoever. Okay, and also, my gorgeous Cancerini, when it comes to the midweek, please do not, you're almost as if you're going to be thinking about some kind of investing is fine and things like that, but not this week. This week I would not absolutely suggest you to invest financially or to invest in something big time. I would highly recommend you to actually do that the week after this one, but not this week. Okay, do not make any investments. I'm not saying it's going to be necessarily bad, but I'm just saying that it's not going to be as good as it will be or as it could be like the week after that. So do not make any investments. The reason for this is because this is a highly transformational week for you. Whenever there is a transformation, it's more about planning, preparation, and just following our passion rather than cutting it through by having some kind of like a basically a financial investment at this moment in time. You know, and also, you know, my gorgeous Cancerini, you know that there is this specific man, specific person, very powerful man, very unusual man, very strong man, very spiritual man, very business orientated man, very unusual man, because as I've seen this man before, some people love this man, some people hate this man. This is a bit of a Marmite here, but you completely understand this person. This particular person is really going to inspire you. There is something that you're going to hear that person saying, and what that person is going to say, it's really kind of, oh my god, it's going to make you fully aware of like what exactly do you need to do in order to start the process of like it's to do with the planning, it's to do with your future. You're going to realize through this man, through this wonderful man, something within your plan that's missing. You're going to realize through this man, and this is going to be so important indeed. Very smart, very clever. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Cancerini, it's like, oh my god, this is like you just kind of like really finding out some kind of truth, but this time finding out some kind of a truth about yourself. You are gonna be focused about your life so much, you're gonna be focused on your future so much, and there is something that you really are gonna feel such a strong connection about your future like never before. When I say about your future, we are talking about your life now, but what is something it's like really gonna be on your mind, some kind of inspiration, how you want your future to be. I'm not saying future in 10 years, I'm not saying future necessarily in 20 years, I'm saying to you future can also be in 1 month's time, future can be in 7 days time, future can be in 2 months time, you see. But there is something that you are gonna really kind of be thinking about so much, and this, I say, it's the truth about yourself. It's how you want to live your life, it's to do how you want to live your life, it's to do with your lifestyle, it's to do with things that you're doing, you know. It is to do with like a bigger picture here, you know. And this is almost like the truth about yourself, that what exactly it's making you feel so unhappy like in this present moment, but also like so much it's going to be pushing towards you understanding that this is the time of change, and understanding how much you like kind of grew and how much you evolved lately, that this left you with no option but to reflect and realize that there are specific things about your life right now that are not matching your current situation and how much you've changed. So this is all going to like kind of be pumping you up when it comes to your future, almost as it's like it's going to bring the whole new life, you know, into your life. So this is brilliant, but then that is a lot to do with you finding out your own truth, but at the same time it's to do with you understanding that this is coming again to you kind of intuitively, and it's like you need to be like also like kind of you need to put this as a priority number one and understand the importance of it, because you are, by understanding the importance of it, by making it very important, by elevating this and understanding, yes, this is important, yes, I want to change my life, yes, I want my life to be like this. Already you're beginning and you're starting the process of a very powerful manifestation here indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Cancerini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.